I honestly should put on a different shirt. Y'all get to see the scars from my surgery here.
What happened,
One
bro?
there, one there, one there. I had to have my gallbladder removed. But yeah, Tabalo likes this. Yeah, look at that dad bod.
Hell yeah.
We're not live yet on Twitch. You gotta do what you gotta do.
We got Bane online.
There we go.
Bane, what up?
You have to wait for me to
Brother.
switch to my laptop.
My
If,
Yes,
headphones
sir.
on yet.
if I can get it to work and it's charged,
What's
God
go-
willing.
What's
I-
going?
I-
You got a haircut, Tabalo?
Yeah, finally.
Looking good, dude.
Ah!
Liam got a haircut
Gotta-
too.
You gotta get like that banker cut where you everything slipped back.
I'll be back.
I gotta send this invite out to a few people. Who else needs this? What do we got, Ryan? What up, dude? How you doing? Oh wait, okay, all right. We are actually live on Twitch, but we didn't have our screen share on yet. This side needs more lighting. All right. Well, welcome Twitch to the Tribe of Business community. Your server muted, Ryan? Oh yeah, because you had your mic unmuted the other day and you were echoing a ton.
Yeah. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
Let's open up the chat here, get some comments in here. Anybody can ask questions while we're streaming, and feel free to turn on your camera, just don't turn it on mid-sentence, because we talked about this. It can throw off the whole flow of things. We don't want that. We want to make good content here for people to see, to know about what we're doing. That's the goal of streaming it. The goal of streaming it is not to prevent you from engaging and talking while we're live. But we want to ask you, if you're on TikTok or Twitter or Instagram Reels or watching the YouTube short, comment in the section below what kind of discussions you'd like to hear. Tag anybody you think would be interesting to have on and speak at one of these events. We do stuff every day in the Discord community, discord.gg/triba, Triba. Links are all over the place, you can't miss them. It's an invite-only server for professionals and business owners, entrepreneurs, and students alike that are looking to grow and develop on both a personal and business level. So there's lots of people in here who are mentoring, and there's people who are providing services for small businesses and startups. And we have some larger experts in here that are speaking and putting on events as well. So you want to get in there, invite your friends. We just broke 2,000 members. Woo! That is y'all's doing. Inviting your friends, bringing people in. Thank you so much. I am glad to see some people here for this workshop because it's one of my favorites. Claire is not able to run these every week due to a new job, which is great because people are getting work. You know, they're making more money, and that's all right. You have to take a break and not be as active on the server. Totally okay, but we still want you in here. We still appreciate any help we can get. So if you know someone who's mental health related or wants to speak about wellness and mindfulness, meditation, or even just productivity hacks, or maybe the psychology or ideas behind marketing, we'd love to talk to you, maybe get you in for a feature, talk about what else we can do to help you grow. This is all about collaboration, so we're really looking for other streamers as well who are interested in creating content together. It's not going to fall on any one person's shoulder. Tabalo gets good stuff from this. A lot of the other guys who speak at these events get micro content out of it, and we have a good process. So if you're interested in learning more about that process as well, hit me up on Discord, Sam Hebda. And we got with us here Tabalo from the Synergy Discord, our partner. Theirs is discord.gg/yeetum, Yeetum, or is it just yeet?
It's yeet 'em,
It's
but
yeet
you only come if you're ready to yeet.
Yes, it's a yeeter only. If you want to know more about that, though, you can go look at our partners channel and see some of the messages and content he's been putting out. Awesome dude, good friend of mine, digital pen pal. My digital pen pal, yeah.
Yee.
Yeet for life. There's our yeet emoji. One of my favorite emojis to use. Lots of cool custom emojis too if you're on the Discord. And we're gonna make some new animated ones that are soon to be released, but this is the first time anyone's heard about them, so stay tuned. BRB, alright. Anyways, we have with us Alex as well. Alex Bain. He is a marketing agency owner, correct, Alex? Or is it growth hacking?
Yeah.
We got Egan, the retrader, and Ryan, social media manager. He's been making some cool reels and stuff for the Instagram. Go check that out. We wanted to talk today about landing pages, ClickFunnels, basically all the things that are talked about as going viral or being the attention grabbers. Alex had some good comments before about landing pages, and he said he was going to shatter our reality. So let's have some reality shattering.
This is a method that's used either consciously or subconsciously by almost every single copywriter, marketer, advertiser, anything under that spectrum. So,
are you able to turn your camera on or no?
No, my laptop is unfortunately not charged, and I can't find the cord at the moment, and we're already live, so it's a bit late.
So many efforts and so many steps there.
Oh, I know, truly. Too many click-through, too many things to click, and I'm just not gonna buy. What can I say? Yeah. No, but for this, right? So you'll notice if you pull up any advertisement on Facebook, or really any successful one, anyways, they all follow this sort of formula. Same thing with landing pages. So let me use the landing page example because more people, resonate with websites landing pages than really ads or anything else. Normally, it's going to be a hook in the beginning, something really like, how like those old commercials would be like, "Are you tired of life? Have you utterly given up on reality as we know it? Try paroxetine, but ask your doctor first."
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. Like they ask something that's interpersonal that people will initially resonate with. It'll has to be something that people actually resonate with and actually drag the attention of the audience they're going for. They're not going to say, "Hey everybody," that's not a hook. That's not a hook. Everybody is nobody.
Everybody is nobody. So don't shout at everyone. Shout at specific people.
Yeah. So
should we even be shouting, or is that just a necessity to have your voice heard?
No, you want to drag people's attention. Good example of this is when an author I knew of basically burned his own book in a campfire.
Wow.
As a video ad, just straight. That was like the hook, just give people's attention.
Yeah.
So what kind of author would do that? Like the most prized creation? Yeah, I'm just burn it.
Yeah.
Just burn it. But it was apparently because, and this is where it makes sense now. All of a sudden, he was relaunching his book. He made a second edition with all kinds of updates and more cohesion in it, and just a far better experience for the reader. So that's an example of a hook. Again, there's many ways to do hooks. I don't want to spend half an hour talking about hooks. If you want to learn what a hook is, use this magical invention called a search engine.
I would caveat that. Everything I've taught people is actually like, yes, you can do that, or you could come talk to somebody who knows more about hooks. So I would actually recommend, if you're interested,
to a high school
come talk.
teacher.
Okay, all right, stop insulting the audience, Bane.
I'm not insulting. I mean, like, they are underused sources. and because that's again, I in high school was an excellent writer, but boy did math class come secondhand. It was not really forte for me. But hooks are underexplained.
That hook didn't lead anywhere. Math class? What was the hook? What was the point for math class?
No, I was saying I was better at writing than math.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So,
but anyways,
so how
the
did...
formula in summary is hooks, raw emotion. I'll explain each one in a second, but I just want to outline them first. Hooks, raw emotion, logic, and then fear of missing out / FOMO / something that builds urgency or limited quantity of thereof or exclusivity. Because the harsh truth is, even if you give people the cure to cancer, there's always going to be a large percentage, not all of them, obviously, but a large percent of the population be like, that's cool, that's world changing. I'll do it later. And of course, anyone who says I'll do it later, maybe tomorrow, something like that, they'll never be. Just ask your parents. The audience's parents. Not
The audience.
You outside. Yeah, no, seriously. I'm sure everybody had
yeah.
that parent who's like, oh, we'll do it tomorrow.
Oh.
Tomorrow comes.
Yeah.
Naturally, they have
How
a
did-
formula in summary is no, because we live in an era where commitment is a rare resource. Commitment to one's word is rare. So people BS themselves as much as they BS others. But
Right.
For this formula, in regards to the way you would do it for a landing page is you'd have the hook, probably a really powerful headline. One old trick, I'm not sure if it still works anymore, but on older landing pages, I'm sure you've seen it a few times on like certain softwares or books or whatever. They'll be like, attention, insert audience type here. Are you looking for blah, blah, blah? And it'll be like almost like the same lettering and color scheme as like a warning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It just like catches your eye as something that's harmful, though.
Yeah. But that's a good thing, though. It's the same reason why if you want to start a conversation or meeting new people, insult them. No, I'm serious. Lightly insult them, because then all their focus is on you. Because they zero in. When you're insulted or when you're assaulted.
I don't know how I feel about that methodology.
No. Hear me out. You insult them, then you
maybe
shift
it's
it
the
into a
word, the
compliment.
terminology.
You will have to do it right. Again,
I just don't think that's always the best way to lead into a conversation. Maybe it's the most... It probably is the fastest way to get somebody's attention. But I don't know if it's the best way to get somebody's attention. Because I think relationships built off of fear aren't as effective as relationships built off of trust. And a fear relationship is a relationship that you start by instilling some sort of uncertainty or doubt in their mind. Am I safe? Is that warning for me? Is that insult true? And then you go down the rabbit hole of finding out, okay, how can this person help you? Yes, that's an effective way to get people's attention and interest in what you have to talk about. But you could also start that conversation by building trust and authority and then sharing value with them.
That's fair. The strategy I was referring to, though, is for anyone's context, because it does sound outlandish, admittedly, and Sam's right, it does seem
But
what do you...
I'm playing devil's advocate on a good sense. What you're talking about is the psychology and methodology that has worked for people. We're talking about it from an objective standpoint, like this is why, this is the process and formula that they're using. So don't be discouraged. Continue with what you're saying, you know?
Just for context, for anyone who wants a visual example of what I just referred to, there was a scene, I believe, in The Dark Knight, the second Dark Knight movie out of the trilogy. So, yeah, The Dark Knight, where Bruce Wayne insults Harvey Dent at the dinner and then immediately shifts it into a compliment.
Mm-hmm.
And then... Because they wouldn't, like, Bruce Wayne is Bruce Wayne. Like, they see him on the news, they see him, it's like, oh yeah, hey, after the fifth time, it's like, okay, moving on. It's not as important. But if you're singling that guy out, then the singling out becomes something positive at the end of it. The relationship will stick. People, it's the same reason why humans are naturally addicted to toxic relationships. Is everybody wants what they can't have, and everybody wants something they have less control over. It's very bizarre. After all, people breed these little creatures that are just absolutely chaotic, and somehow we're able to keep going as a species because we just love them for that very reason.
Yeah, the
I'm sure
chaos
you
is.
know that as a father, like having kids can just be wonderfully chaotic in a really weird sense.
Yeah, oh yeah. It's crazy. The mind of a 2-year-old is fascinating and frustrating at the same time. Like, can't you just remember or grasp that concept? But at the same time, it's just
gets
like
better when they're, like,
beautiful to
5.
see the neural connections form as somebody develops and their personality comes out. It's very interesting. It's like, wow, that's a completely new person, but also reflects so much of both me and Summer. She has a beautiful combination of our strengths and a scary combination of our weaknesses and flaws, which is why I think community is so important to raising children in a group, in a village. It takes a village to raise a child. Same way that Discord, it takes a village to raise a business. It takes a community to raise a business. And that's why we have Triba, because you need the advice and perspective of other people who have gone before you. The older women, the older men, their responsibility and their duty is to help nurture the younger, both in the sense of having children and the sense of having, your own startup, which is essentially having a child in a lot of aspects.
See, that right there is a great example of the emotional part of that formula. What you just did there, where you explained it, but in a semi-story manner. I mean, as I'm sure a lot of people have noticed here, the best way to sell someone, the best way to outline a copy, or the copywriting on a website, is to just do an emotional story. If you need proof, the movie industry. If you need proof before that, pretty much every Greek poem. If you need proof before that, Oonga Boonga with Chuga Chuga sitting around the campfire. Like, we're hardwired to experience stories mentally through other people.
Yeah, no, it's so true. And that's the book Tribe by, I can't remember the guy's name now. I want to say Carl. I can't remember his name. But the book I read early on, before I started Triba, basically talked about the same exact thing, is that the experiential stories and the things people shared around the campfires and around around that central community forum, even in more modern times, having a town square and stuff like that, where people just hang out and discuss things. Those stories are passed down, and that is what we kind of cling to, what we yearn for. So any sort of marketing that's tailored around, here's a personal story and here's a value prop, here's something I can offer you. That's the initiation of a good value exchange, what the economy and commerce is built on. Anyways,
So in regards to implementing this part of the emotion in the headline, imagine you're on a website, Sam. I'm singling you out because, well, nobody else is talking, as well as it's just better to focus on one person.
whoa,
The little peppies.
that's awesome.
Sam, go on a website, any website right now.
You want me to share my screen?
No, you don't need to. Just for the sake of visual, on your own personal one, go.
I'm on a
welcome the
website.
audience to do so. Go on the audience. All right. Before you start scrolling, so everything you can see right now, that all needs to be the hook and the emotion, all of that. Once you start, so that is about 50% of the page, the first area. Once you start scrolling down, it's going to probably be about 10 to 15% more emotion before it starts hitting with the logic. Now, logic is actually fear and social conflict disguised as logic. Now, inherently, we justify ourselves. The justification is what the logic is. Logic is the like feature list. You know how like every website, if it's a SaaS site, it has, oh, check out our pricing list, where it lists out logically all the features. Or you go into a car dealership, they start listing off the different features and bonuses for cars
Mm-hmm.
internals and externals. If you go to a gym, there's all these different bonuses that you get with your initial contract. That sort of stuff is the logic. That is the logical justification we then use as buyers to go justify that to someone else, like the spouse, the boyfriend, girlfriend, the friends in our social circle, the people at the bar, whatever. Whenever someone asks you, why? Look, I know you like fancy cars, Sam, but why'd you buy another? You probably then go and say, oh, well, this one has X, Y, and Z features into it. Oh, well, this one has, butt warming activated cushions in the bottom, and you know what? I'm too ashamed to say I bought it on an impulse because I like how fast it is and I like the color scheme and the design of it. So I'm sitting here listing off features that the salesperson listed off to me literally the prior day. That's what it is.
That's very interesting. That's very interesting.
Nobody is a logical buyer. If you think you're a logical buyer, you are probably actually just looking for the quickest route to solving your solution. And what I mean by that is you probably scroll down on the landing page straight to the features section, and you mentally, in probably a split second, make the choice of whether these features can solve your current existing problem or not. You don't care what.
If you're a logical buyer?
If you're a logical buyer, quote unquote, you will go there. What's interesting to note, though, is logical buyers are also quite prone to fear of missing out. If you remove, because they like control, versus emotional buyers tend to not worry about control and oftentimes want less control.
Interesting.
Yes. But the reason why you have all four layers of this is to hit at each angle. You have the people with low attention spans hit. You have the emotional people hit. You have the logical people hit. You have the people who need that extra push. Like logical people are very action adverse. They're not necessarily risk adverse, but they're action adverse. They're very analytical, and as a result, they require urgency to make final choices. So it's kind of amazing how quote unquote logical buyers become very emotional during Black Friday seasons. All of a sudden, all that analytical brain power just turns off. So on the landing page, the logical ending, just to recap, is going to be the checklist, the stack of bonuses, the feature list, the pricing list that has all the different features under it. It's a SaaS site. There's a bunch of ways to do this, but on the landing page itself, for the sales page, that is what it's going to look like. Now, for the final bit, because if you could have the cure to cancer, and you could sell it for $1, and it'd still be a population percentage. You just go, that's great, no, I'll do it later. I'll buy it later. I gotta drop off the kids at 12. Can I just not get involved right now? It's not a good time. I'm busy. There's this thing. I'd rather pay for Netflix, Sam, than buy that. Okay. I want to go HBO Max. Come on. I need to see every DC movie for the 5th time in a row. Come on. It's more important. No, there's people who think like this. This isn't a joke. Oh, your audio's not cutting in.
Well, yeah, no, I get it.
like that's the world we live in. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Everybody's got things to do. But
Yeah.
that's why you need, regardless if they're emotional, logical, ADD ridden, it doesn't matter. Hell, it's even better if they're depressed. It's even freaking better because depressed people work off of urgency. Like truly depressed people, and I'm not hating on them. If you want to get them to do something, bring immediate consequence and urgency, like heavy consequence and urgency.
Hmm.
It they move when there's a fire. Everybody's quote unquote too depressed to do anything until the house is starting to burn down. Then they run out.
Well, I think depression puts
Um,
you in that fight or flight mode where where you feel like you have to take action immediately on anything that needs action. Whereas that's just a misconception in your mind. You don't have to react like that instantaneously. There's a reaction, then there's a response. And if you can eliminate the emotional reaction, you can make your response more logically. But in the case of being depressed, that is impeded, and thus people make really fast, often illogical decisions. But how would you, I mean, how do people use that in like Black Friday or some of these? I guess we're talking specifically about real urgency. Like, hey, this is a 1 day event. We need to let our customers know about it. We want to
I've
tap into
literally
this
seen
marketing potential.
deals. To answer your question, I've literally seen deals where it's literally 10 years worth of content wrapped up into, like, this is like individually they've sold these things for thousands if not hundreds. Like it's everything from software to courses to services to uh, e-com products to books. Doesn't matter, right? Like
What would you say
situation where they
earlier?
just have an, oh, you need to have for a Black Friday offer to truly be impactful. If you're the thing I told you earlier, we're moving away from the formula we were just talking about. Now we're talking about the Black Friday formula. You need right now, if you this is live, build a nobody's going to do it. Like there's going to be two dudes out of like millions who do this. If
If
this
you
gets
do it,
any,
comment.
if
Comment
you
on the
do it,
video.
if you actually do it, good on you, and comment, because too many people get gold and then they do nothing. So right now you'd be building a list to, and it could just be manual. I don't care if you're outreaching. You know, I'm currently setting up an outreach system to promote my stuff. I'm not even doing it to a list because I don't have a list right now. I'll say it. I'll say it. So in that sense, you either set up an automated system for outreach or an automated means of emailing your existing email list. Do what you need to do for that. But you need to build a early birds list to your Black Friday deal. You need to get people's attention saying, hey, a week in advance, you know, like, oh, I'm gonna have a Black Friday deal next week, and it's gonna be about XYZ and XYZ, and it's gonna include XYZ. Okay? You tease it, but you don't give every little detail away.
Hmm.
But for a Black Friday offer to truly make a difference in this world where everything is like, oh, Black Friday is 20% off, or Black Friday, oh, this is 50% off. No. You do a 90% off deal. Non-negotiable. I don't care. I don't care if you go in the red that month. You should go in the red that month. While every other business is going in the black that month, you need to go in the red. Okay? You need to go and bleed this Friday. Get people's attention and get devoted worshipers. I mean, perfectly loyal customers. What's the difference, really?
You
And
sound
you
like Jeff
need
Bezos.
Yeah, man, this is great.
the thing is, I joke, but let's be honest here. Who are the people who line up for a mile at Apple to buy the next iPhone? It's
The
not
loyal
customers,
customer.
it's worshipers. It's
Right.
worshipers.
Your 1,000 true
There's probably
fans.
3 of those people that have altars. 3 of those people in that line will have altars to not to Jeff Bezos, to Steve Jobs. So for this to work, you need to give something that makes you go in the red and makes half your team threaten you. What I mean by that is it's so good, it's so crazy. Your audience will think that you have officially lost it. Like you just snorted a mile long line of cocaine, and that's what they're thinking. Like they thought you just lost it. Okay, what is he doing? Why is he selling me this for this low of a price and all of this combined in it? What is going on here?
Right.
It's clear it's not a scam because even a scammer wouldn't be this crazy. Like,
Well, I mean, I think there's always the potential in people's minds for something to be a scam if they don't have a credible source saying it's not, you know? In this day and age, it's like everything could be a scam until proven otherwise.
there's actually a very low
At least for
chance.
me. Maybe that's me being overly skeptical.
Maybe I just vet
Yeah,
offers
I think
differently,
I'm
but I've
actually
never
more.
never actually
I'm
been
much more
scammed.
careful. I've seen so many people buying stuff. I'm like, why didn't you just ask me before you spent that on a pair of headphones or like some lighting equipment or a camera or a computer part?
But they're getting what they asked for. That's not a scam.
Well,
Like,
It's
if you
not a
fiat money.
knowingly
scam,
buy
no.
that,
But I
that's
have gotten like somebody got scammed. Not to be named. Somebody got scammed by buying an Oculus Quest for like $100 from some sketchy marketplace, and it never arrived, and it was a scam. People get scammed
okay.
like that all the time.
That's fair. And this is why, if you want to not get scammed, you go to the centralized locations known as Amazon, Walmart, Target, and insert your local corporate retail store. Continue purchasing using the standard multi-million and multi-billion dollar centralized businesses. Do not
Can't tell
cross
if you're
your
being
T's.
sarcastic or not.
I am being sarcastic, but at the same time, like, here's the
Okay,
harsh truth.
it
You
does
want to play
not
it
come
safe, you
across
have
in
to
your.
use the handbrake.
You
No,
gotta
no,
learn to
I'm
change your
joking, but here's the
tone
thing:
or have your camera.
Sam, you do have to use the infrastructure and handrails. If is everything okay?
I'm just eating.
Oh, okay. Well, like two people left, and
Oh, oh no, I don't know
Dang,
why they left.
okay, but I was being sarcastic. But the truth is, like, if you want to avoid being scammed, just use Amazon. That's the short answer. You want to play it safe? There's safe ways to do it. If you want discounts, you got to go to some strange places. Sometimes it's a scam, sometimes it's legit, and you're like, wow, how did I make it out of there alive?
That's so true, though. That's a clip.
Fiat money is a scam.
Okay, Tabalo.
I-
Okay, Tabalo.
So for the offer, I'm gonna you can actually look in the what is it, the under jobs and work. I posted an example. It is a real offer that I'm doing right now that I'm testing, but it's an example of one. I'd prefer if it wasn't mentioned on Steam. Sorry, on stream. But you
I
can
can
visually see what I
mute it
meant by
here.
that.
You guys got to join the Discord to get this. All right.
$3 million, by the way, was We good?
All right, we're good. Yeah, if you want the exclusive
Okay.
secret sauce, you got to join the Discord and message Bane.
E. Um, if you want to produce bonuses for your Black Friday offer, and you don't have actual bonus, you don't have anything other than your main your main course meal. You don't have any desserts, you don't have any drinks, you don't have any sides, you don't have anything except the main course. That's fine. Luckily, you live in the 21st goddamn century. So you can just use either one of two things. One, you can go grab an affiliate offer that actually connects. Now, you don't want to sell a cup and then fertilizer. You have to actually give a bonus to the main thing that actually is cohesive and congruent with it.
Hmm. What do you
But
mean,
you
like?
should be able.
So it would be kind of akin to offering, like,
Sam, if I
cloud.
go to McDonald's, I'm not asking for a lawnmower. I'm asking for a burger and fries and a drink. So you're going to sell me as a bonus the drink and the fries.
Right.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
If I'm selling you, an advertising service, hypothetically, oh no, I'm just going to get stupider. Let me go the long form 3-year business model known as SEO. SEO takes a long ass time. Now, here's the thing. In the meantime, while someone sets up SEO, you're going to need blog posts. You're going to need a complete revamp of your website, because Lord knows every business owner thinks their website looks great, but it's actually a dumpster fire in terms of practicality, or it's the vice versa. You have to change up the website. You're also going to have to throw in the bonus of probably 3 months worth of coaching of how to get the client to be actually able to get the results you're trying to get them, because a lot of business owners want to hand off responsibility to other consultants and whatnot and get the results instantly. But the harsh truth is their business is even functional to get results. So what will end up happening is you have to literally, can I cuss on stream or no?
You can have one cuss word per stream.
Let me just say this slowly. You have to unfuck their business. You have to literally pull their head out of their buttocks and make them realize, okay, you've actually, unfortunately, I have some very bad news. You've been running your business wrong for the past year and a half. Even if you had this system that you highly need to set up, I am highly advising you change certain things so that this system is actually functional with your thing. So that would be something that'd be useful. So, but you would have to frame it as something that actually they're willing to have. Um, Everybody wants their problem solved, but nobody wants someone, banging on their door saying, "Hey, I'm here to solve your problem. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do it right now."
Right.
Nobody likes that. So you frame it as like, oh, I don't know, coaching or like continual maintenance or what have you. Another bonus
Right.
for something SEO related would be probably like a PDF of like, I don't know, like website design tips or something. Like it has to be cohesive to the initial offer. If I'm running Google Ads hypothetically, I'd throw in a bonus for the analytics. I'd throw in a bonus for copywriting. I'd throw in a bonus for audience targeting. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that does make sense. Yeah. Yeah. So I like that. So give us an example then of, say, like a timed offering. Like, hey, this is, like, do you ever do like check out in the next 30 minutes or something? Because for a
No,
service
I
base, it
never do
doesn't
the
really
next
make
30
sense to
minutes,
do
but
that.
I'll do 1 week.
Mm.
If it's a truly exclusive limited time, I don't like doing offers that are like, oh yeah, it's totally limited time, and then it's there like 7 months later. It's like,
Right, you like leave it up
if
on
it's
your
if it's like a
website all the time.
seasonal, if it's a seasonal thing where it's like 4 times a year on specific days, that's fine to do. But if it's always available to purchase, nobody likes that. Nobody. Our truth is, we don't like having easy access to things. We like the challenge.
Huh.
We like being told no. Okay, so that's how you sell a Bugatti 21st century. You just tell the customer, no, you're not ready. We do not want to sell you this.
Yeah.
You just tell, no, seriously, like that's what most luxury brands do. Is that you walk into their store and they will tell you, you're probably not ready to buy.
Yeah.
All right. Show
Yeah.
me the credit card. Prove it. Show me your portfolio of cars. Show me you actually will drive this thing.
Hmm.
That's no, seriously, like
Yeah.
they value their brand more than new revenue. That's what you need to have to sell to high ticket exclusivity style stuff. But
Interesting.
we'll talk about that in another session. But for specifically Black Friday offers, I mean this. If you don't have bonuses already, go get something affiliate related. Go talk to like your fellow business buddies and say like, look, okay, well, I can run ads. Can you do SEO? Okay, cool. Can you set up like internal business systemization? Okay, cool. Can you, if I offer in coaching sessions for website design, can you go, do the coaching? It's like, okay, cool. All right, cool. Well, for each sale, we'll split the money this way, whatever. Or,
Mm-hmm.
percentages, or maybe you pay them up front, whatever. Figure out a way. Everybody has a brain, so I imagine somebody has skills that could be cohesive with your business.
Mm-hmm.
Jay, do you want to give a few examples? Because I can feel the giddiness radiating off of you.
A few examples of.
Well, feel free to use your business as an example, where originally it was, and correct me if I'm wrong, it was originally a payment processor for crypto. Then it changed into like a full business suite for
originally,
internal like finances.
Way back when it was, I didn't even do anything with payment processing. It was just purely, I would make reports for people on like different cryptocurrencies and like do a deep dive through investigation.
Oh yeah, that's right. I completely forgot about
Yeah.
detective agency.
Yeah. There's something I want to do with that. I don't know if it's like eventually make like a publication or something, but I love the idea of like doing a bunch of research.
You have to only if you wear a trench coat and like a noir like cap and like
corncob pipe
and everything. Yeah, no, seriously, I want you like full noir everything.
Yes.
That's the
Cyberpunk noir, yes. But yeah, then we iterated and it was like, hey, there's just when I was doing all that research, I found a bunch of really undervalued, powerful tools that were hard and difficult to set up. And thankfully, I had a tech background, so for me, it wasn't that hard. And I realized that there's a market for it. So that's kind of how I pivoted into the payment processing space, and then kind of realized that I was offering there was too much in my offer, and it was kind of overwhelming, and so kind of broke that up and made it more bite-sized, more digestible. So clients aren't getting an absolute water hose.
That's another really what you just said right there. That's actually a really good way of creating bonuses as well. If you don't have any existing bonuses, maybe your existing offer is too big, and break it down. Break it down. Like you had a full suite you were offering, which it was great, really powerful stuff, but it was very large and it was very hard to digest. So what ended up happening is you broke it down. But the thing is, what people should do is honestly frame their existing thing as like additional bonuses in. That is a very, you could argue the ethics, but the truth is you could do it. Most people when they're buying something, they're not wondering how the business is dicking them over. They're not. Most people aren't that way. Most people don't contemplate, oh gosh, are these bonuses actually part of the original thing? What kind of confabulated way is the person making this?
Right.
Always frame your Black Friday offer as though not it's a discount, but that you are literally going bankrupt if you offer this more than once a year.
Interesting.
overwhelm them with the bonuses and how
Yeah.
much you're giving them. I've seen some people literally give a bundle pack of their products and services that could arguably have been just sold at because individually in the past I think they sold them like anywhere from a few hundred to a few thousand each, and they were selling it for like $7. There's literally people who paid thousands of dollars for portions of this thing.
Doesn't that sound like
$7.
unfair to your clients that are paying full price?
Most of them probably won't know. That's the funny part. If a client, so here's the reason I say that is if a client, let's say 5 years ago, paid 2.5 grand for something specifically. Here's it. If the client didn't do anything with it, they won't pay attention to the emails and the content produced by the person who created that thing originally. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because they'll be off on La La Land on a completely new shiny new toy with from some other shiny new person versus the person who actually implemented it, okay,
Mm-hmm.
got results with it and probably ascended that person's value ladder. So they're not even at the point where they're still buying these different tiers of stuff. They're well past that point and they don't care because they've already made their money. They don't care, or they've already achieved the result they were looking for. Let me ask you this: if you go to the dentist, are you actively worried or complaining about, let's say you've been to the dentist for 5 years, right? He's an amazing job on your teeth, and you go in one day, right? And you've already assumed passed it down. You've gotten the fancy toothbrush, the whitening, every I don't know when whitenings are. It's like, is it quarterly or yearly? I don't know. And then you've gotten let's see, you got braces or got your braces removed, whatever, got every level. Maybe you got like specific surgeries done to look like an absolute giga chad of a human being with your jaw reconstructed. You've got surgical implants to like thicken the jaw and make your teeth like really like cosmetically masculine and so on. Like I'm going off the walls, but this doesn't
Right.
exist as far as I'm aware. But like you get what I mean is you've gotten the highest tier and you're at the point where you're just going there because it's still a great experience. At that point, you don't care that the guy next to you who just entered the value ladder or is like in the lower medium area of the value ladder, you don't care that he's
Right.
getting a better deal you got because you're just enjoying everything at this point. You've already eaten everything on the menu, but you're still going back to the restaurant because you enjoy it.
Hmm. Yeah, that
Got to
makes
bounce.
sense.
Talk to you guys later.
All right. Later, man. That makes sense. I have to hop off. I didn't realize what time it was. We got to end the stream right now, but we will be back tomorrow for the Philosophy Club with Garrett and Bane. Really appreciate you sharing this information and your expertise. We really appreciate you, man.
Well, I'd love to see the recording later.
Yeah.
And all that.
All right. Well, sounds good, guys. Check out the Discord and be sure to DM Alex if you have any other questions or you've done what he recommended for Black Friday and have some results. Hit him up, and I will catch you next time. Take care, Twitch.